guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I've just been to Aldi and I decided to meal prep some breakfasts for my husband and myself on the smallest possible budget that I could manage. Alright, if you're new here, my name is Claire. My channel is all about mom stuff, lady stuff, and life stuff. So definitely hit that subscribe button down below if you are into any of that. If you are not new here, welcome back. Come on in, get ready for some great Aldi ideas. If you love Aldi, like I do, I will leave a playlist of all of my Aldi videos down below. You'll find taste tests, reviews, recipes, hauls, and just all things Aldi. So make sure you check that out if you like this one. So if you don't know, if you haven't been following along, my husband just got a new job and he has to commute kind of a long ways. So it's kind of been disrupting our normal breakfast routine. So he asked if I would make him some breakfast for him to take in the car, things that would be easy and portable, that sort of idea. Now, it is important to note that my husband eats meat and I do not. So most of these things I will throw in a little bit of meat just because they're mostly for him, but I'm going to make a few vegetarian as well. I normally have a lot more time at home in the morning to get my own breakfast together, so meal prepping isn't like super important, but I could always do it, like it wouldn't hurt anything. Let's get into the video. Oh yeah, before we get going, you'll probably notice that my face is bright red, and I've got these great little tan lines right here. So I decided not to put any makeup on it because like I'm a little sunburned, guys. I was out on the boat, I was not responsible. I did not put sunscreen on my face, so that's why I look like this, but oh well, the show must go on. All right, for my first recipe, I've got some eggs, some biscuits. I also have this bag of spinach. I got some lunch meat. This is Black Forest ham, and some extra sharp cheddar cheese. These are actually going to be like a breakfast style muffin. And I'm going to start with these jumbo biscuits. These biscuits are 99 cents and I am using all of them. So we'll go ahead and add 99 cents to the total. I'm actually going to be cutting these in half because these are like jumbo biscuits. And I'm going to be putting them in the bottom of this greased muffin tin. Well, I guess it's not a tin, it's a stone, but you know what I mean. And obviously I can only do 12 at a time, so there's 4 left over that I'm going to have to do in a second round. But if you had more than one muffin pan, then you could do it at the same time. And I'm just like smushing them in the bottom there, and I'm just setting those 4 aside. I decided those 4 are going to be the vegetarian ones. Now I've got my cheese. This is only $1.69 for the block, and I'm using half of it, which is only 85 cents. And if you watch me before, you know I like to shred my own cheese. It always melts better. It's just how I roll. I also usually go for the sharp or the extra sharp cheddar because then you can stretch it a little bit longer, I think, because it's got such like a more flavor. You don't need that much of it. So now I am going to cut up some of this ham. This ham was $2.95 and it is a pound. And I'm just eyeballing it. I split it into quarters because I'm only going to use a quarter of a pound, which comes out to 74 cents. You could use any type of lunch meat. You could also use bacon or sausage or any kind of delicious breakfasty sort of meat that you like. And I just like cut it into little tiny squares. And now I've got my eggs. I used 9 eggs in total. Right here I only have 7, and I'm going to save the other 2 for those 4 vegetarian ones. The eggs were a little bit pricey today at 98 cents a dozen, which comes out 72 cents for the ones I needed for this recipe. It's still a really good deal. I always get people commenting saying, that's an insane deal for eggs. I do realize this. I am in a prime location for good egg prices. I'm also going to go ahead and add some salt and pepper to the eggs just so that it's not super bland. But you could really add tons of spices if you wanted to spice this up. Throw a little bit of Tabasco in there. You could really do a lot. Now I'm going to throw some spinach on my cutting board. The spinach is a great deal at Aldi, $1.39 for 7 cups of that. And I just eyeballed about a quarter of a cup. So that's only adding 5 cents. I mean, that bag of spinach goes a really long way. And now I'm ready to fill my cups. The first one, I got a little carried away. So I just used a spoon to kind of even them out, but the 9 eggs, or I guess it's 7 here, worked out really perfectly for the amount of muffins. And then I just disperse all these ingredients. I made sure to keep like a little scoop of the cheese and a little teeny bit of the spinach set aside for those last 4 of them that I had saved. And now I'm going to put them in my oven. It is set to 350 degrees for 20 minutes. And here's what I saved aside for my veggie ones. And I just used a knife to help them come out. They came out pretty nicely. I didn't have really any that stuck to the bottom. I only overflowed, it looks like one of those cups. But yeah, they smelled delicious and super easy and like portable breakfast item. All right, for the next recipe, I'm using the same ham, the same cheese, the same eggs, the same spinach, and some tortillas. This is great. Oh, actually, I'm also using mushrooms too because I don't eat meat. This is really great that I'm using like the same ingredients because it's going to be overall cheaper on your grocery bill if you use things more than once. So I'm starting with my eggs here. I've got 8 eggs, which at 98 cents a dozen puts me at 64 cents total. And I am just going to scramble them. Now this is kind of weird, but I'm using this ham again. This is also 1/4 pound, which comes out to 74 cents. And I'm actually kind of like frying it up like you would Canadian bacon. I find that my husband does this when he makes himself a sandwich, so he must really like the crunch of it or something. I notice he always does it, so I thought if I was going to make these for him, I should probably do that too. And I'm also going to use about 1/3 of these mushrooms. The container was $1.69, so 1/3 of that is about 56 cents. Technically, the ham is a little bit cheaper in that situation, but I prefer the mushrooms. I'm going to go ahead and shred the rest of my cheese. So we're going to add another 85 cents for that other half. And I'm also going to add probably about a whole cup of that spinach. So another whopping 20 cents onto our total. And I really love it because, I mean, we still have 1/2 pound of ham left. We still have all that spinach left. There's a lot that you can make in another meal. I'm going to start filling these lovely little breakfast burritos. I used the actual burrito style tortillas. They are $1.29 for 8 of them, and we're going to use obviously all of them. You can get smaller tortillas and make like a few more out of this, but I find that if it's especially for my husband in the car, we should probably just try to pack the largest one possible. That way he doesn't have to like mess around with it. I guess I was really impressed that they were the size of my hand. I don't know, that was a weird shot. So I just used the last little teensy weensy bit of cheese I had to make mine, but that was no problem at all because the mushrooms have a lot more volume than the ham. So my burritos were still nice and full even though they were meatless. And there you have it, 8 delicious burritos, 16 delicious muffins, both with almost the same ingredients, but both a totally different taste and flavor. It just really goes to show you the versatility of these specific breakfast flavors. Alright you guys, I just finished with all of my cooking. I only cooked for maybe about an hour and I ended up making what I'm pretty sure will turn into about 14 solid breakfasts, which is 2 weeks or for my husband, which he'll probably be making breakfast at home on the weekends, will last almost 3 work weeks for him. And if you have been paying attention to all of the dollars and the cents that I talked about, the grand total for all of the food that I made today was only $7.63, which is crazy, mind blown. You easily would spend that much on one morning going through a drive-thru. So definitely, you guys, think about making some of these recipes. Both of them are super, super flexible. I just chose the ingredients that I knew were extra cheap and also that my husband and I would really enjoy. But you could use whatever you already have in your fridge. If you've already bought it and it's already there, then that saves you even more money. Let me know what you guys think down below. And remember, stop spending so much money, especially for breakfast. It's just silly. Save it, make your own. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!